Hello.
I just headbutted the car.
Impressive.
That's a good start. Bang. Never mind.
You're so punk.
Yes.
You know what he's got me doing this week? Well, you don't know. You'll never guess in a million years what he's got me doing this week. Walking. You don't even know, do you?
No, go on.
Walking barefoot in the earth. Ideally not grassed. Ideally, like, I'm in the veg patch with my shoes off. Grounding.
Grounding.
He's got me grounding.
Well,
Well,
apparently it's very good for you for many ways. It's nice to connect with the earth, isn't it? But also there's some studies that say it can help with anti-inflammatory situations. It can thin your blood. It can generally make you feel good. So, you know, it's a good thing.
yeah, because I can be a little bit sensitive to the energies. The Schumann resonance this week has been like off the charts. That's the frequency of energy that they monitor it, that bounces between the ionosphere and the Earth, and it's quite powerful. Particularly if the sun's spewing out, you know, coronal mass ejections and creating geomagnetic storms and that whole cosmic thing, I'm quite sensitive to all of that, so I can get quite super real, let's say. So he's decided the best thing I can do is ground. So that's my new trick. I'm out there just hoping I don't get, what is it, tapeworm or something.
No, I think you'll be all right. Many, you know, thousands of years of humans have survived with bare feet.
Walking
and mud.
bare feet.
It's. I think you'll be okay.
Yeah, so I've got them all at it. I'm not doing it alone.
Well, with these things, if you have a sensitivity to something like that, which isn't exactly
Normal.
open commercial science, is it? So it's
No.
one of those things where you find yourself looking for, like, how do we deal with this? It's like grounding.
Grounding.
So that's one of the things.
Yeah, so that's sort of happening. That's our new thing. I don't know how long it's going to last, but we'll see. Thanks for all your comments and messages last week. That was great. It was great to hear from you all and realise, you know, how many people feel similarly.
It provoked a lot of
It was good.
conversation, that one.
It was really great. Great. And a thought came up where we remembered talking about, you know, the drain and the radiators, and then we had this realization that someone once said to us that we were relentlessly positive, which I at first glance took as a compliment, but digging deeper, I don't think it was a compliment. I think it's worth acknowledging that even though you think you're going out being a radiator, some people can find that sort of positive, relentless positivity, if you like, a bit overwhelming, which is a fair shout, really. Because it sort of works both ways, and I can see that if you're struggling, the last thing you need is some bouncy, buoyant Tigger in your life. So that we were thinking about that.
It's about points of perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would you say? I think it is.
Yeah, it depends where you're coming from. You know, just as we might find someone who sort of moans a lot, draining, they might find someone who's just consistently looking for, you know, putting their best foot forward, which is what we endeavour to do. No matter how we're feeling, we figure, you know, we try to make you know, a concerted effort to put our best foot forward as much as we can, as much as we're able, and to contribute to what we call the field, you know,
Dun, dun, dun.
the cosmic field, man, and contribute to that because we are all connected and a collective oneness. You know, everything. All of us have a responsibility to give it our best shot. To give it our most positive, you know, to bring our highest perceptions to any moment. And that's not always easy, particularly now. Challenges abound all around.
I think it's about, I mean, that's quite a task for many people,
Yeah.
and for me and you on
Yeah.
any given day. So it's easy to say it, but I think something that I've had to do and something that I would advise is discipline of thought. So if you catch yourself thinking something which is maybe like, you know how the thoughts can be like narrating your day,
Blah, blah,
like the kind
blah.
of noisy sort of or whatever, it's to really challenge that and to, you know, go, I'm not really up for thinking that right now, even though I am just thinking it. I can change that, and you can change it by catching it and being aware of it. Sort of meditation teaches you. You can catch where you're going, what you're saying, and kind of just first of all become aware of the thought process that's
Yeah.
running through your head and think, is that actually what I want to think?
Yeah.
What am I actually thinking? Can I change that? Is it real? Is it actually true what I'm thinking?
Is it useful?
Is it useful? And the way to where I found is to kind of change it is to kind of get gratitude. I've noticed I just said kind of there. I've got a kind of count. I've got to stop saying kind of.
It's kind of
What-
like this
what's-
and kind of like that.
I think if you get grateful about the smallest thing, like coffee, or a flower, or anything, the colour of your bike, whatever it is, just get grateful about small things. You tend to create a sense of
Well-being.
and gratitude, and a
Yeah.
slight small shift in perception, which can just fundamentally change the way your thoughts run through your head. It's taken me quite a long time to get to a different level of thought discipline, but I would say that if you are someone who has that kind of narrating thought, wild thoughts running through your head, it might be just worth, you can capture that. You can,
Arrest it.
with discipline, you can arrest it and change the atmosphere of your...
And the
Yes.
antidote is gratitude, I think. I think it is just checking in and going, actually, have roof overhead and have bed and food. And just check in and to realise, actually, in the big scheme.
I mean, that's easy to say.
Yeah, it is easy to
because
say.
Obviously, many people are dealing with things that are,
I think it's about health, isn't it? It really brings home.
Well, I said to you last night, if you want to get fit, you have to be disciplined about getting fit, right? You have to go for a run or whatever it is, and you have to do it daily or every other day to get physically fit. It's the same with your mind, and its mental health is something which is really important. And so, there's different levels of mental health, and some people need help in talk therapies or have some more serious problems. But if you're somebody who, thankfully, doesn't have to deal with like bigger issues, you can train your mind and thoughts to be more healthy, like you would do physically with daily exercises or discipline. And then you're entering into, and then what you're putting out into your own field around you, or your family field, or your friends and the world at large, might become more useful and more loving or something.
It's worth a go, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's worth having. It's worth leaning into that rather than having a moan about other people and what they've got and what you haven't got, and getting involved in that sort of lack
Well, you said
mentality.
Another great thing you said last night was about, with this whole COVID thing, the one thing we've luckily got is health. So if we've got that tick, because many people have suffered, and a house tick, it's like, okay, everything after that with food is a luxury. So it's just about reminding ourselves of that. And COVID, this situation for us in terms of work and stuff has been a bit like day to day, like, whoo, crikey. And I know that's true for many, many people out there. And we're coming out of that at the moment. And I think, it's been an exercise in thought control and just getting healthy mentally, I think. And so I encourage everybody to do that if you want to feel better.
Yeah, check in on the inside
within
and forgive us for being relentlessly
Positively
positive.
Do you know what though? My thing is, like, if I can just start the day with a smile, try and find something good to think about and push some things forward positively in some small way, then I tend to sort of find myself, my operating system tends to run better. So
So there. We love you.
Yeah, love you. Bye.
Bye.